Hi again, everyone. So I made a video previously. I was talking about the reasons why I went back home, right? So this is the real reason. I invested in the Philippines, so it was quite risky for me, but we're not getting any younger. So for all the other OFWs right there, and you know, if you have any friends who are like me or girlfriends whom you wanted to invest. I mean, not big scale, but like in a property which is safe for you as well. I would recommend this as well. So, what happened was, so one of the biggest reason why I went back home was because I finally met the person who actually processed my real my the property that I purchased. Sorry, my hair. So I bought a condominium. It's on a loan. I borrowed money for it, but no shame. I wouldn't take the risk if I know that it's not good. But actually, this decision was also kind of, what do you call that? Impulse? Yeah, impulsive purchase. Not exactly impulsive, but it's more of like a scorned woman. So what happened was, originally I was looking into three properties. One is Sun Valley, Candy, and One Euphoria. Well, two properties. Those ones, Sun Valley and uh, Candy Suites. So when I saw Sun Valley for the first time, I thought it's nice because it's inside Clark. But then, apparently, of course, just as if foreigners couldn't have a land in the Philippines, but they can have rights, Sun Valley Clark is totally different. You can have rights only for 60 years. So I'm like, no, no way. I'm a Filipino and I should own something in a lifetime at least if I'm willing to take a risk. Now, the other one, so I just let that down. Plus, they're not gonna do the management thing. I mean, they're not gonna handle this, like chambermaid or cleaning, bookings, and sending my money. So I went for the other one, which is Candy. Candy, on the other hand, I talked to the owner, and then he referred me to his sales assistant. But his sales assistant was kind of rude to me. Maybe it was also my fault because I thought, can I have a percentage if I tell my friends, maybe they're gonna buy or something. Then he said, no, it's only ours. Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, okay, but can I see it? So I went to his condo. I wrote my name, I wrote my information to give me a call to make an appointment because apparently it's not an open book. Unless you go in there, you wouldn't have any other information, which is quite sketchy for me. So they never gave me a call. And then there was one time I was actually telling this to my dad, and then he said, do you know that that property has a lot of problems? Like, their building got some problems, with the earthquake, and then like maintenance, like after you buy a property, apparently you have to pay like maintenance, blah blah blah. So it's not good for me as a person who's living abroad. Plus, their property is not listed on the major sites for rental services, Agoda, Expedia, and Booking.com. So how can I get my money back? So perhaps you have to do it on your own through Airbnb or ask them to do it for you. But no one's gonna book it unless they know it. Unless maybe it's popular in a Korean site. Maybe they had a contract and made it exclusively for them. Or maybe hearsay. So I don't really know how it goes. So you have to talk to them first before you would know those things. And for a Filipino like me, return is very important. So I said no. They said no. So I gave up. I realized the cons for me. Out of anger, I was looking online. Then I found this property. It's called One Euphoria. One Euphoria is like the tallest building that's gonna be built for now. We don't know. Maybe there's gonna be a taller one. And when I first sent a message, I think I was a bit creepy as well. But apparently, yeah. Anyway, at first they didn't really send me a lot of info, but later on they sent me a lot, and then they even asked for my nationality. So there are some things regarding taxes which are more beneficial for me because I'm a Filipino in terms of purchasing a property. So I got a bit of less. not discount, but less, due to tax or property tax or something. So um, she was so pleasant and kind. Her main name is Miss Verna Ginto, which is quite funny because we're yeah there's anyway she's really nice. And she introduced, she sent me photos and all, and the income, like 60%, you can earn at least maybe 130,000, because each rooms, the cheapest room would cost 4,000 pesos a night. That's roughly $80 a night. So 60% booking, you can still earn enough. So, and you have two choices. It's either you rent it out by yourself or you can ask their management. But if you rent it out by yourself, it's all on you. Maintenance, cleaning, getting your customers. But if you're gonna rent it out as a hotel, it's like it's 40/60. I get 60, I get 40, but I don't think it's a big loss because they're just going to be sending my money to my bank account. Why am I quite confident with them as well? It is because the management that handles them and the architect is the same architect of Central Park. Central Park has been running for about 8 years and it's still good, and service is still good. Prices haven't went down a lot, and then they even have a nice building in Subic, which I'm planning to go if I get money. And then, I Central Park is one of those hotels who has maintained their standards over time. So I'm quite confident that they would do the same thing for One Euphoria. And so then I purchased the property without even going to the Philippines. It's just pure trust. And so I went back home to check it out. Now, so I met her, and she's really lovely. She prepared everything once I got there. All I had to do was sign. We went to the lawyer, and everything was good to go. And then she gave me a tour around the place. So, do you know the photo where my face was so scared? That one. So that time, 7-Eleven, their 7-Eleven wasn't open yet. So that's another thing. Other places, of course, there is, what do you call that? Concessionaires, but it's like there's no name. Like in Candy, it's a Korean concessionaire, and it's just like a small grocery shop, and it's not so good for me. That's my, I think really their customers are from Korea, so it's still a good market. But regardless, if your target is the whole world, I don't know. So anyway, so I went to that place. I was already happy with the result because I saw how Central Park works, and I was happy with the 60, 70, 100% booking rates. So I'm okay with that. But when I went there, my expectations were, you know, they exceeded my expectations. It was more than my expectation. Why? I've been living in Japan for about 4 years. I think my taste for quality has changed over time. Before, I'm about quantity. I want it bigger the better. Like Hershey's chocolate big bag when I was young. But now, maybe because I'm also getting fat, I prefer, those small tiny Meiji chocolates, bean or some bean to bar, but not the expensive ones, the cheap ones still, but still. So I have this, I learned a lot of things being in a first world country, which is good quality, which is bad. I'm pretty sure you also know that, right? Being in first world countries. So when I went inside their showroom, apparently their toilet bowl is Toto. So Toto is one of the biggest toilet making company in Japan, and God, they have the buttons, but not for the cheap rooms. I mean lower, but the upper ones. So perhaps those are the things that you might get if you're interested as well. So, but I can upgrade mine, but I have to earn first. And then they have this electric cook, cooking stove. So just have to press it. I remember that I really wanted that, but it's too expensive. And then they have this sliding cabinet, so for the plates and so on. And um, their elevator is made in Japan. Their air conditioner and their fridge. They are in Korea. So quality wise, I wasn't disappointed at all. Even the fixtures and the, the small figurines are included, but mine doesn't have it because, I chose the cheaper one. But I was really satisfied with the quality. I saw them work, and then I saw Central Park, and most of the best thing is Osma Industry, Osma Architecture. Their architect is like from my, I think he's from my hometown, and then he won some several awards overseas. So he knows these details. That's why I think he's quite confident to sell this property or these properties and make money out of it. So it's really amazing. I never thought that it would be that good. To be, this is not lip service or something like that. I was just glad of what I bought because I spent a lot for this. So I can say it was worth it. More than worth it, maybe when I start earning. So that's the reason why I went home. Along with this video, I will be showing you some photos. Don't discriminate my sexy body. Yes, I'm gonna edit that, my sexy body. And in case you're interested, you can also check out. I'm gonna put like an information of the one who is in charge of it, like the leader who's in charge of it, and she's the one who assisted me, and it's all so wonderful. So she has been kind, patient, and everything. So, and I heard that they're also planning to connect with China Bank because she used to work there for 20 years with about 100 people under her. So if the partnership goes through, maybe I can loan from the bank. And if you have a Filipino friend or Filipina, or even you, maybe you can loan from the bank as well. So I'm not sure. So you're gonna pay the bank though. But I think you can earn. Angeles City, it has a good location. It's about a few minutes walk from Central Park. Actually, you just have to go under. It's like behind Central Park almost, and then near Gastropub, there's already 7-Eleven, and then beside it, they're trying to build a mall as well, where concession. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice place. It's quite profitable and comfortable, and please check it out. One Euphoria. It's one of the best investments that I had, aside from my Adidas shoes. Sorry, and my Zara coat. Because winter, and then Adidas shoes, they're always warm. Summer, winter, spring, any time of the day they're good. So that's the reason why I went home. For foreigners, I would say if you want some like an income property, you can try it out, or even for Filipino OFWs, and they can guarantee that it's gonna please, foreigners can't have land under their name, but they can have this under their name. At least in the long run, your money would return. So I would also send you some of the computations that they have, but I'm not sure because the one that I have is a little bit old because why? That one was the time when it was still 8%. But now I'm not sure how much is like the discount or something. 8%? I don't know. But yeah, anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you always for supporting me. Please support my hometown's property. I mean, from my hometown, from my countrymen in my hometown, from Kapampangan. I'm really proud of their work. So for Miss Vern, hello. So thank you guys. Have a nice day.